All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakak, Wadash, Mama. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS. Salutations to the sincere Akim pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Karab Ban Yasharala coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And today I'll be coming out with another little quick lesson. I won't be before you too long, but the title of this lesson is The Ungodly Will Inherit Wrath. Because as you know, 2/3 of our people are going to inherit the wrath of the Heavenly Father. This is their blessing. You know what I'm saying? Before they can get the kingdom, they got to get destroyed. So it's basically like a Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? It's like a father tells his child, "Don't do that. Don't do that. I told you not to do that." And the child just hard-headed and disobedient and continue to does what the father says not to do. Eventually, that father's going to chastise that child, and that's what's going to happen to 2/3 of our people. They don't understand it. They're going to inherit wrath before they inherit the kingdom. They're going to get their punishment before they get their blessing because they want to be disobedient to the Heavenly Father and they don't want to listen. But without further ado, let's continue. This is Ephesians chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High Yahweh upon the children of disobedience." See, you don't let a man deceive you with vain words, false, fake words, like Pastor Porkchop and Bishop Shrimp Plate. They deceive our people with false, vain words. And because of these false, lying words, cometh the wrath of the Heavenly Father upon the children of disobedience. 2/3 of our people are children of disobedience right now. They just don't want to listen to the Heavenly Father. No matter how much warning the men of the Lord give them, they just don't fear and they do not care. So guess what? They're going to inherit wrath. If you be disobedient to the Heavenly Father, eventually judgment is coming. And it's going to be poured out without mixture. The Heavenly Father is not going to snatch his hand back. He's going to fully judge. And he's no respecter of persons in his judgment. This is Proverbs chapter 16. Verse 27. It says, "An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire." See, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, diggeth up trouble, diggeth up punishment, and in his lips there is a burning fire. In his lips, his words are destructive. He'll tell you that, oh no, the Lord is not going to do this, and this is not going to happen, and this is not this, and such and such and such and such, and sound good saying it. Well, his lips are a burning fire, and that burning fire is a destructive fire. It'll mislead you. One more time. An ungodly man diggeth up evil. He causes problems. He causes wrath to come upon himself and people that follow him. And in his lips there is a burning fire. There is lies. Psalms chapter 1, verse 4. "The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away." The ungodly are not so. Eventually the Heavenly Father is going to get rid of this ungodliness. He's going to destroy it. And the ungodly are not so, meaning the ungodly are not going to stand, they will not last. You know what I'm saying? They're like the chaff which the wind driveth away. They're gone. Here today, gone today. To the Most High is not playing. The ungodly will inherit wrath. Verse 5. "Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous." See, therefore, because of this, the ungodly shall not stand in judgment. The ungodly is not going to withstand the Heavenly Father's judgment. They're not going to be exempt from it. They're going to fall. They're going to be straightway punished by the Heavenly Father. This is, "Nor sinners shall stand in the congregation of the righteous." The Heavenly Father is not going to let sinners stand with the righteous. He's just not going to let it happen. Sinners are not going to stand in the congregation of the righteous. The Heavenly Father is going to separate sheep on one side, goats on the other side. So the ungodly is going to inherit wrath. Verse 6. "For the Lord Yahweh knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. See, the Heavenly Father knows the way of the unrighteous. I mean, Salakia, the way of the righteous. He knows the way of the righteous. He understands because he gives you that way. He knows what's going on when you're living righteously towards him. He also knows what's going on when you're not living right. But verse 6, it says, for the Lord Yahweh knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. That's destruction. The ungodly is going to perish. The hard-headed, it's 2/3 of our people who won't listen. They're going to perish in their ways, in their wicked transgressive ways, because they don't want to hearken. So they got to get their judgment from the Heavenly Father. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, 17 and 18. It says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, which are the children of Israel, the so-called Latino, Negroes, and Native Americans. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? So if the judgment of the Heavenly Father is going to begin in his house, which are his people, like what shall the end be for those who don't obey the Heavenly Father, such as Esau? 2/3 of our people, no, they don't obey the Heavenly Father either. So if the righteous are going to be scarcely saved, 2/3 of our people are not living righteous right now. So, and they don't obey the gospel as well. So what end is it for them? Judgment. They will inherit wrath of the Heavenly Father. Verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? If the righteous is going to be scarcely saved, where shall the sinner and the ungodly appear? Where are they going to appear? They're not. They're going to get destroyed. They're going to inherit wrath, which is judgment, correction from the Heavenly Father. That's the only way he's going to get 2/3 of our people to get in their right mindset. He has to judge them. He has to get them out of the way so they'll understand. This is Job chapter 11, verse 20. It says, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as giving up the ghost. See, the eyes of the wicked shall fail. All the plans and the setup to do these different things, like 2/3 of our people, they have all these goals and stuff. Well, the eyes of the wicked shall fail. Their plans are going to fail. Esau's plans are going to fail. They shall not escape the judgment that is going to come upon them. Their hope shall be as giving of the ghost. Their hope is death. That's their hope. That's what they're hoping in. That's their hope. Destruction. The Heavenly Father ain't playing. The ungodly will inherit wrath, and there's nothing they can do about it. Job 18 and 21. Surely are such the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh, which is destruction. The dwellings of the wicked are to live in transgression of the Heavenly Father. That's what they do. That's what 2/3 of our people do. They live in transgression. You tell your cousin or your auntie or your uncle or your family members, hey, hey, don't eat no pork. That pork ain't good for you. The Heavenly Father said don't eat no pork. Oh, man, I'm finna eat this. I'm finna eat this. They good. And, saying now you got all, then now they have all kind of health problems and different things of the sort. Now they're like, oh, pray for me. No, ain't no praying for you. Ain't none of that. That's wicked dealings right there. And that is the place of those who knoweth not the Most High. And 2/3 of our people, they don't know the Heavenly Father. So guess what? They suffer all these different sicknesses and ailments, because those different sicknesses and ailments are judgments. And eventually it's going to lead up to the ultimate judgment, wrath, fire, the second death. Now let's go to Job chapter 21 and 17. How oft is the counter of the wicked put out? It's talking about Esau. But continuing. And how oft cometh their destruction upon them? Yahweh distributeth sorrows in this anger. How often is the candle of the wicked put out? So-called white man, they're of the wicked that the Bible speaks of, but 2/3 of our people are wicked as well. And their candle is going to be put out. And the destruction is going to come upon them. How often? The Heavenly Father's been letting it slide. Jake been getting judged, but the Heavenly Father finna increase that heat. He finna turn up the fire, literally, through his ICBMs. But the Heavenly Father's not playing. Verse 18, they are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. I mean, the Heavenly Father is going to burn 2/3 of our people to a crisp. Poof, he's going to blow them away like dust. He ain't finna let this mess keep going on, because 2/3 of our people don't want to change. We can't keep letting this place, America, keep going. This place is too wicked to keep going. The Heavenly Father has to destroy it. Last point. Psalms chapter 10, verse 15. It says, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Break thou the arm. Now this is talking about Esau right here. Yet again, break thou the arm. Get rid of the power system, the power structure, the account, all that. Do away with it. It says, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. The evil man is these Edomites. Esau, he's that evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none, meaning seek out his wickedness till thou find none, meaning completely get rid of it, completely destroy it till there's none left. And that is what the Heavenly Father is going to do. 2/3 of our people are ungodly, and these Edomites, these so-called white people, are ungodly. You know, they don't want to. They ungodly. So guess what? They're going to inherit wrath, destruction. Shalom.